everybody. Welcome to my channel. If you know what, I'm gonna just say this right now. My son said I say way too much, and you know he's right, because I even go back through and edit videos and I am constantly taking out so he said put a rubber band on your hand, on your wrist, and clip it every time you say so I'm clipping it a million times because I know I'm gonna say I don't have a rubber band right here anyways. So I will try again. Welcome everyone to my channel. Thank you for stopping in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about some products that I use, the products that I used on my face today to get ready, and I'm not going to say it. A couple of other products that I've had in my stash, have used up, what I think about them. Most of these pertain to foundation, and let's just go from there. Let me just first start off by saying I have very oily skin, and I live in the South. It is super oily, so I really have to pay attention and do sometimes just a little extra to keep those oils at bay. So what I'd like to start out talking to you about is how I did my face today and the products that I used. If you hear a little bit of background noise, it's just my fan. It is so hot here today, and it's feeling just a little bit stuffy in this room. So today, what I used for foundation, boom, snap myself. Today what I used after I prepared my skin, which is my full face skin regimen that I do every morning: wash, tone, moisturize, and definitely I either use a moisturizer that has SPF in it or an additional SPF sunscreen. Always. I am back to using Rodan & Field's Reverse, which really helps even out skin tone and fades those dark spots, because here it is spring and I'm already noticing some of those fading sunspots just coming back into play. So along the line of that, I have been trialing a few different things that I've picked up through Sephora as samples to see if I was going to like it. One of them was the Sunday Riley, which I got a sample of. I actually had two of these in two different shades. I read so many reviews how some people just said it was absolutely wonderful for their skin. It claims to be a full coverage, I believe, type product, but for me it was far from that. You had to really put a whole bunch on in order to get any kind of really good coverage. I think because of my oily skin, it just didn't work for me. I'm glad that I was able to pick up a couple of samples. I wanted it to work because it actually felt super nice on my skin. So, and it looked nice. It really looked nice. As time wore off, and kind of quickly for me because I'm oily, I just got too glowy. And for me, in the summer and spring, that glowiness really means oily. It just sort of fell off my face, and I tried it a couple of different times with a couple of different primers, applying it in a couple of different ways, but it just, for me, it just didn't work. But I am definitely not saying that it's not good. I read so many reviews, and there are so many people with their skin type that it worked great. But I think mostly everybody kind of agrees that it's not really getting them that full coverage. So one of the products that I've used up, and this is my empty now, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is, I've used this in the past several years. I've had a couple of different bottles. This is a very nice foundation, very nice. I have no complaints about it. It stays where you place it, and I think it even says, yes, Double Wear, stay in place makeup. It doesn't move. It covers. It's super nice. What I don't care about it is that I feel like my skin just doesn't breathe. And I feel like even after applying powder, now I like it and I'll wear it, and I'll especially use it and wear it if I know I have to go someplace that I need full coverage and that I want that all day look. I don't want to be bothered with touching up, especially if it's summer and, you know, high humidity and I'm going to really be pretty glowy. That's when I'll really use this. But I don't really care for the heaviness that I do feel with it, and I do feel that way with it on my skin. I just feel like I think it looks nice. It does what it says it's going to do, so it is a very good foundation. It is a good foundation. Boom! If I had that rubber band on. I am looking for a foundation that has full coverage, looks more skin-like, and feels light while it's on. So a product that I've had for a while and that I use and that I do like is the Born This Way, and this says undetectable medium to full coverage. I like this. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. It is, I would say, undetectable, and it's oil free. So this foundation works really nicely on my skin. I've gone back to Sephora and have purchased a, not purchased, but asked for a sample in a couple of different colors. I just can't, this particular shade is porcelain, and I'm not really porcelain, but the next shade, I think the one I tried was too goldy yellowy for me, and I tried one other one. So in order to get the right color for me in this line, I'm really going to have a combination mix, and sometimes I mix this with one of my all-time favorite products, which is the Clinique BB cream. I love that Clinique BB cream. I wear this a lot of times just on an everyday basis. And this particular one that I have one in light and one in medium. Sometimes I just mix them together. It just depends on the color tone of my skin. So this Clinique I do love, and I'll wear this alone with just powder. I also wear this with foundation because this is the Acne Solution BB cream. It's so light. I get the kind of coverage that I need from it. Boom, snap myself again. And it really does what I want it to do, especially on days that I just need a little something light on and I'm not going heavy duty. But I do also wear this under or mix it with the foundation. And I've been able to mix the medium color with this Born This Way foundation and get a really nice color combination with it. So I do like it. Oil free, keeps my oils down, and this just gives that nice little bit of flawless finish. I still was looking for something that was going to give me that long wear full coverage, and I don't own anything else by Jouer, and I went ahead and tried their foundation. It's Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. It has hyaluronic acid, it's matte, and it's oil free. Boy, this is an awesome foundation. Now this is in the color Shell. It's really a nice color. I have it on today. I also do have a teeny tiny drop of the Clinique BB cream also on, just because when I wear a full coverage foundation, I have oily skin, large pores, and I try to do everything I can to keep my pores cleaned out, and I don't want that full buildup, so I want that little bit of protection that Clinique BB cream has in it for acne prone because oils and clogged pores will cause your skin to itch, get red and irritated, and so I don't want that. So I went ahead and used just a drop of the Clinique and this Jouer, and I actually I actually had it on Saturday, which was a very long day for me. I did not touch up. Gosh, my makeup process started at about 5 o'clock that morning, and I did not touch up with a powder on my face till about 4, and not because I felt like I really needed it. I was so impressed with how well it wore. I was going out to dinner. It was still super humid and hot out, and I just thought, oh, I'm just gonna just touch up a little bit with powder, and I didn't touch it up for the rest of the evening. I even did a video later that evening, and I had no touch up. So today is my second day trying this. I believe I absolutely love this. I love the way it looks. I think it's a good color match for me right now. I did put a little bit of bronzer on because I just felt like I was just it was just a little bit light today, but on Saturday I didn't do that, and wow. I'm thinking this is coming up the track and may take over and be my all new favorite foundation. But we're going to hold off. I'm not going to say anything yet. But love this so far. And I love that it's oil free. I love that it's full coverage. And I love that my skin feels like it can breathe. And so right now, I am just like over the moon for this. Really nice. So the other makeup products that I used today was my Dior, what is it? Rosy Glow blush, which I pretty much use that in combination with my Pink Explosion from Chanel pretty much during the summer months. I put that on with a little bit of my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzing kit that I pulled out today, and just did just a teeny bit of bronzing with these two shades here after I put my blush on, because I just wanted that little bit of color. So I didn't really do any strong contouring. I just did some real light bronzing. I have under my eyes, I used the NARS today. Which one is this? The vanilla? No, this is medium custard under my eyes for cover-up concealer. I went ahead and set my under eye cover with the what did I use? The Hourglass Mineral Veil Translucent powder. I set my under eyes with that. I went ahead and set my foundation with this after I put my blush on. And then what I did was I used my Chanel Plus Lumiere de Chanel highlighter, and showed this so many times. I just messed up that beautiful design. It looks like a cat got into it, but I love it. I use it all the time. I just think it just has that nice, pretty sheen. It gives your skin such a nice, even, beautiful glow. And then I finished off with, I like to set my foundation. Especially, it's important to me to do that because of my oily skin. And then I like to take my powder brush, and I love to use Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder as like my final setting powder, because this really, and lightly, it just leaves a really, really pretty feel and look to your skin. So that's what I used on my skin for my foundation, and it seems like a lot, but the palette that I used today, also today, was a Charlotte Tilbury Day, and this is the Dolce Vita palette. It's a pretty palette. Obviously, all my colors, I just, I have that on today, and I have today is no, this is Laura Mercier. I was going to say, today's a Charlotte Tilbury Day. This is Laura Mercier lip liner, and this one is in Natural Lips, and all I did today was, you might think, okay, that doesn't really go with your pinky cheek color, but I also bronzed it up and put that little bit of bronzing color on it because I wanted it to just coordinate with my shadow. And this is really pretty. It does have a little bit of that bronzy brown color, but I just lined my lips, filled them in, and then I covered it with my Dior pomade, Oil Gel Care. And this is really nice. It gives you that nice little shine. I also am using the MAC Upward Lash mascara, and I talked about this a couple of different times. At first I said I didn't think I liked it. It was hard to work with, but that's really when I just opened it as a new tube of mascara, and I'm really liking it. I probably would repurchase it again, and I only have one coat on, so I really think it lasts, it stays on, it doesn't flake, it's really nice. Just has a little different kind of boxy brush to it, which I really liked in the sample, but then when I opened the first one, it was just really hard to work with, and after a couple of applications, so glad I didn't give up on it. One other product that I do want to talk about that I did use today and have been using pretty consistently now is Dr. Jart. I think you pronounce it Cicapair. Cicapair. Dr. Jart Cicapair. This was on back order, and I'm not sure if it's still on back order. I tried to get my hands on it for a really, really long time. This is Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. It neutralizes redness and protects the skin, improves skin appearance to be vibrant. Broad spectrum SPF 30. I wanted this for a long time. I did get samples at Sephora. I had to keep going back to get samples at Sephora because they were out. Now they came out with some Tiger Grass drops, and I went ahead and tried those. They were very liquidy. I didn't like it as much as I liked the paste, and as much as I like the paste. And this really, really, it goes on green. It's thick. It feels very thick when you put it on, but as you're rubbing it onto your skin, this is on clean, dry skin, it changes that bright green color and really neutralizes your own skin color, really tones down the redness. And I was having so much trouble because of the humidity and the oils in my skin and not being able to get, you know, that full coverage, that redness just shows through, and I'm constantly putting on concealer. So I love this. Love this product. I really do have pink undertones, and I have a lot of red in my skin. So I went on every website. Their website, they were out of stock. Amazon had it, but I was not going to pay $100 for it. No way. Then I kept going back on Sephora. I signed up, notify me when you get this back in stock. I contacted the Sephoras near me. I just couldn't get my hands on it. And then finally I got a little it showed up on Sephora's website in the small travel size, and I thought, that's better than nothing. And I saw that it came up, and I thought, okay, great, they have it. And I mean, I think I literally walked away and went to get a cup of coffee or something. I came back to order it, and it was gone. It's out of stock. So I was like, oh my gosh. So my daughter-in-law and I had planned a little mall trip to Pensacola, Florida, where they have a very nice large Sephora. I called them and I said, do you have Dr. Dretz? She says, yes, I do. I said, will you put my name on the bottle, please? I'll be in to pick it up in a couple of days. And no problem. I went and finally got it. And honestly, guys, my little Sephora, you know, sampling, I got 4 of these. I did, because I did return the drops. I just, it wasn't for me. It just didn't do what I felt these little samples were doing. And, you know, I didn't want to use it all one time to cover my face, so I really used it 2 or 3 times out of this, 2 or 3 times out of that, and I think I had one more, not 4, I think I had one more. And you know, Sephora is so good about allowing you to sample. I think that's such a great thing to do, because then they're not going through that. There's enough in the sample to give you at least the opportunity to try a product 2 or 3 times, depending on what it is. And then that way, you know, you can just get a good idea. Do I want to buy a full size and, you know, not have to go and take it back? So that's my look for today. I hope you liked it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Okay. Ding! If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're really looking for a new foundation, I would recommend this, especially if you have oily skin, if you want full coverage, and you want that nice, soft, fresh feel. This does it. Also, guys, I'm going to insert this because I wanted to mention this and then I forgot. I'm going to go ahead and link below the Style Chronicles YouTube station. I think that she by far does the most magnificent job of eyeshadow placement, eyeshadow combinations, and just, she does such a good job. She has what's considered hooded eyes, and her eyes always look fantastic. She has a very great method of blending, and just how she applies her makeup, and she goes from everyday wear to an all glitz and glamour look. She has a very fun station. I've been watching her for several years, and her technique is just, I think, one of the best. And so I'm going to go ahead and put her channel down below. She just did a video that just came up about her 5 favorite eyeshadow brushes, and while she shows you her brushes that she uses for her eyeshadow application, she also demonstrated and did her blending technique and the brushes that she used. It was just really great, because that was one thing that always attracted me to her channel, is that she has the situation where she has smaller eyelids and hooded eyes, and I was just like, no, you don't. You just have to she just does such a great job. So I just want to encourage you to hop over to her channel and watch that video especially. It is really, really good. So until next time, be kind, be humble, age gracefully. Bye.